Hi guys, welcome to Jane Talks. I'm doing my first recording outside. I'm so excited. This past weekend I got my deck all cleaned up and barbecue all scrubbed off and ready for ready for summer. And I love it outside. I love having my morning coffee and doing some reading outside in the morning. Um, it's it's relaxing. It starts my day off right. So this morning, one more day off work, and then back to work for a 4-day week. So that's kind of exciting as well. Um, it's a beautiful day. I've found lots of things, yard things that I'd like to do. I'm going to try and mow the lawn today. So hopefully I can get the mower started and all that kind of stuff. But I've been thinking about, I guess the book I'm reading, it's called The Biology of Belief, and a friend of mine gave it to me. And I guess it's kind of scientific as far as talking about cells and their ability to learn and grow, I guess. Often we think of our brains as the controlling device in us, and we talk about being programmed by our genes, and it seems like that's only partially true. We have the ability, we have so many unique abilities, and often much of what we draw on is our subconscious. And I know that over these past few years, with all the reading I've been doing, that seems to be some of the most common thoughts that are expressed, is that we have part of us that just kind of takes over and makes decisions and reacts or acts, responds to the situations around us. And a lot of that is based on past experiences. And I guess I was thinking, I guess for myself, thinking about some of my own experiences and my views on some of those experiences. And I guess this morning I was thinking about what I was reading, and I think there's some partial truth to the saying that we are our own worst enemy. And I think that for me, I and I don't think I've ever really blamed anyone for kind of what's happened to me. It just happened. Whatever I've went through in my life just happened. Like, we all have that. We all have things that we go through or experience in our lives, and we always have a choice. There is always a choice. How we deal with that, or how we respond or react to it. And I think sometimes in our lives we forget, we lose sight of that. We forget that we have a choice, and we get stuck in the rut of, it's not fair, or why me. Last week, in the truth talk that we did with Jim, we talked a little bit about that, about fate and karma and wishing for things. And it's interesting because Jim had asked me if I had the choice, like if I won the lottery, would it change how I lived? And my first reaction was, no, it wouldn't. But when I thought about it a little farther, I kind of got thinking, you know what? Yeah, it would. Because as it sits right now, I can't do some of the things that I would like to do to give back to our society, or to help others. I can't do that because I don't financially have the money for some of the ideas that roll around in my head that would be so cool to me and fulfilling. Giving people a chance that wouldn't otherwise have it. Some of those things would just be wonderful to me. Like thinking about some of the buildings around our town that are vacant and what could be done with them. And maybe it's idealistic, maybe maybe things like that just don't happen anymore. Maybe our society wouldn't support it. Maybe nobody would want to be part of the programs that are running around in my mind. But I think there's so much, for me, being able to think and dream and set goals and things like that is inspiring to me and exciting to me because it's been so long since I've done that. And the old part of me, the part that's still there, is that the subconscious that takes over? I'm not sure, but that part of me, when I think about these things and dream, that part of me says, oh, that'll never happen. And it makes me kind of give up or not think about it anymore, or accept where I am and just, yeah, you're right. And then there's the new part of me that's awake again and is saying like, no, that's just ridiculous. Of course it can happen. Make it happen. Put the work in it. Do it. And I think we all have that. And I think there's a lot of people that I look around and admire because I see them going forward and I see them realizing their goals. And the old me would have been envious of that and kind of felt like, yeah, well, if I had this or if I had that, or, like if I had a supportive companion or lots of money, or if I had that, well, then I'd be in the same spot. And the new me looks at that attitude and says, no, actually, it's your attitude. It's your attitude that puts you in the right place at the right time. And I believe that. I truly believe that. I think that when you face your fears, fear is what holds you back from everything. And when you face those fears and you feel the fear and you do it anyway, to me, those are the baby steps forward in growing and learning. Those are the things that can change your subconscious to the fact where it inspires you and encourages you to move forward and to take those steps and realize that, you know what, I'm going to take the step and there's going to be something there, whatever it is, whether it'll be no go back or keep going forward. There's no reason to fear the future. And so I don't know if that little rant made sense or not. I think it's more for me than anybody else. But I'm feeling positive this week and excited for the future, and looking forward to summer. I'm looking forward to having a good riding season. I haven't got my bike out yet, but soon I'll get it out. And I'm looking forward to boots on the bike after dinner for coffee, and times when I can just go for some rides. Clear my head and refocus. So I hope everybody has a great week, and we'll see you next week.